Alright, what's going on everybody? Anime Ramble back with another episode. Today we'll be discussing Boruto, and by the title of the video you can already see where I'm going with this, so just hear me out, alright? Boruto, in my opinion, is just a series of bad decisions, okay? A series of bad decision making, okay? And we are seeing that unfold in the manga and in the anime. Why do I say that? I say that because everything has to lead to this moment in episode 1 with the village being destroyed and Kawaki and Boruto facing off on the top of the mountain. And what we are seeing is what I just said, a series of bad decision making by Naruto. Okay, whatever he did or whatever he does is leading to this future that we see in the first episode, and everybody is waiting for that. Everybody in the anime is waiting. Okay, what leads to this moment in the manga? What leads to this moment? We're seeing like that bad decision making go more heavily in the manga than we are in the anime, because there's a lot of filler in the anime. But in the manga, the decision making by Naruto is just getting ridiculous. Him allowing Kawaki to stay in the village after he did what he did to Boruto is by far the most telling tale of bad decision making. But if you read the manga by this point, it should not be hard for you to write down everything Naruto has done up until this point with his decision making surrounding Kawaki. And it's very hard for you to then go watch episode 1 of the anime and say, I don't know how we got to this point. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Naruto is making bad decision after bad decision. And his resume as Hokage is being chalked at the moment. That's what's really happening. Now, I'm gonna clarify my thoughts further in this video, so stick with me. Kishimoto is falling back into his old ways, okay? So nobody's going to get me to believe that Boruto is doing well when it comes to the sales department. You can see numbers are falling off. I mean, you had that small spike in sales when Naruto went Baryon mode, but then the sales dipped off again, alright? It's struggling, right? Because it lacks direction, and you have Kishimoto that is falling back into his old ways. Now, prior to Kishimoto taking over, I would say that the series had good pacing and good development, right? Since Kishimoto took over chapter 49, chapter 50 or something like that, shit has just been happening. Since I brought up Baryon mode, going back to that whole situation, I think that was the very next chapter that Kishimoto started writing. That comes out of nowhere. Regardless of whether or not they give us an explanation for it, where was this during the war, Kurama? I mean, at some point you gotta think, maybe I should tell Naruto about this super secret mode of mine now that we've bonded and become one, right? I should tell him about this. Oh, I just got ripped out of his chest and I had to be resealed. Maybe now's a good time. Hey, Kaguya just got revived. Maybe now's a good time to mention it. Hey, Madara Uchiha just managed to revive himself, combine the Ten Tails, and enslave everybody in the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Maybe now is a good time for me to bring this shit up. Maybe I'll just hint at it, right? Furthermore, is this something that is just a Naruto exclusive, or can we expect that Killer B be able to do it as well? He was the first perfect Jinchuriki that we were introduced to. Is this something that he could potentially do as well? Does he have his own Baryon mode or some form of 8-tailed variant where he can sacrifice the 8 tails in a super duper super secret pinch? Do you see the issue that's coming up with Kishimoto just snatching the reins and taking the series back? None of this was planned out because he was not the original writer. Yes, he oversaw it. Yes, he checked stuff off on, but there's just stuff that he was not privy to because he was not the intended writer. Up until Kishimoto snatching the series back, we thought that, this was the moment, next chapter, Naruto was going out. But that wasn't the case. These perpetual nerfs are not doing the series any justice. Because in reality, the series kind of just ended, right? The series ended for 2 years. We had that 2-year gap, and then Boruto started, and then nerfs left and fucking right. Now for Sasuke, where do I even begin with this man? Okay? He's been nerfed from the very beginning. Now at first it was okay, it was cute. Oh, he doesn't want his arm back. It's his punishment that he's given to himself. He has to redeem himself before he wants to get his arm back. Okay, cool. It started off really cute. Bro, the world is at stake. Your student Boruto is at stake. Your daughter Sarada is at stake. Your wife Sakura is at stake. Naruto, everybody who you love, if you love anybody else, is at stake. Go and get your arm back. Go and get your eye back. Sasuke's nerf was that he got his Renin Sharingan stabbed out. How? Sasuke, you can sense Otsutsuki's chakra. You should have known instantly when Boruto's chakra was suppressed and Momoshiki's chakra emerged. Not only that, Naruto, you are facing the direction of Boruto. Why did you not see this coming? Why did you not tell Sasuke? he needs to go and get a Sharingan back. It's not going to be a Renin Sharingan. I don't know, because I don't know if he kept his Sage powers, right? Does Naruto even have his Sage of 6 modes? I don't know. This isn't about him anymore. Sasuke needs to go and get a Sharingan back. I'm sure Orochimaru has a batch laying somewhere in some super secret bunker that we don't know about. You have an entire orphanage full of shins. You can get your Sharingan back. If you went to go get your arm back from Tsunade and get some Hashirama cells, then you could unlock the Rinnegan. Stop putting yourself at this deficit, and then 1 chapter ago, you were being so remorseful to Boruto. Oh, I'm sorry that I couldn't protect you. Well, go do something about it. Your whole left side is just fucked. Come on, bro, like, pull your shit together. But you can't, because he has to stay nerfed in order to hype up Kawaki and Boruto to make them seem bigger than what they are, because in reality, if you had whole Naruto and whole Sasuke, this shit they would be clapped. We would be done with all of this. Then we get to Karma. I'm sorry if you like it. It's fine if you do. I personally don't like any anti-magic system, like, at all. Like, I just don't like anti-magic as a whole. Unless it's written extremely well, and Karma is not written extremely well. It's just a tool that Kishimoto uses at this point to explain stuff away that he doesn't want to explain. Oh, a character got injured, damage to the body, don't worry about it, we got a Karma mark. Suppressing your chakra to a degree nobody can sense it, Karma mark. Overall power and speed increase, Karma mark. Don't want to take damage and absorb any jutsu that's chakra based, Karma mark. Death, don't worry about it, you got a Karma mark. The tailed beasts did not operate like this from a power system perspective, and Kishimoto writes a new ability for the Karma mark like every 3 or 4 chapters, so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point the Karma mark can split space and time, and you're gonna have interdimensional portals that can take you to far distant planets, or just go back and forward in time all together. At this point, the Karma mark is an end-all be-all power system, and the tailed beasts just didn't operate like this. There was some healing factors to a tailed beast, right? Cuts and bruises we saw most commonly, but it would not regenerate limbs for you. It would not bring you back from the dead. There was no just fucking Inuyasha wind tunnel function to the tailed beast like what you have with the Karma mark. It's just a poor system, right? It's just an excuse to power up the characters, because base Kawaki, in my opinion, is trash, right? You take the Karma from him. If you take the scientific ninja tools from him, he's not really anything special. He's just not. But yet he is by far the strongest, and they have no problem just coming out and saying it. Oh yeah, Kawaki's on the same level. Oh, Kawaki's stronger than Code now. What? How? Code is literally the person that Jigen had to guard the Ten Tails if Sasuke was to show up. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember how powerful Jigen made Code out to be? And even Amato saying that Code was stronger than Jigen without his limiter on. We're gonna get to that, Fugaze, too. But how Code was set up was that there's no way that anybody other than Sasuke is fucking with this dude. Jigen trusted Code enough to make him the sole guardian, the first and only line of defense against Sasuke if he would manage to pop up in that dimension where the Ten Tails was being held. And he expected Code to be able to handle himself. Fast forward to like the last 3 chapters of Boruto, Code is getting his ass handed to him left and fucking right. Before his limiter comes off, he was dog water. And he's just making poor decision making. Like, Code, you have Kawaki and Boruto in front of you. I don't care if they're arguing. Take them both. You need them both. Take them both. Before anybody comes to try to back them up, he doesn't do that. Again, just bad decision making skills. Then you have the whole incident with Kawaki actually killing Boruto, and Naruto just standing there doing nothing. Now, I understand people have mixed emotions to grief. My degree was in psychology. I understand, okay? People react differently to grief. His was that he was heartbroken. He was in shock. Cool. I don't need you to fly off the handles and go into a rage. I also don't need you to let the murderer back in. Oh, he understands me. We're bros. He murdered you. Murder is murder, bro. Why are we tolerating it and trying to justify it like he didn't do what you just did? And then I'm supposed to look at episode 1 and try to figure out how we got here? How we got to the village being destroyed? Well, I mean, yeah, you left a murderer in the village. You don't think it's just going to escalate after that? And you have no way to regulate him? No way to subdue him, suppress him, because he's unlocking everything in the Otsutsuki's arsenal, one after the other, chapter after chapter? This is absolutely getting ridiculous. And then you have to get to the whole limiter conversation anyway when it comes to Code, because at the end of the day, how on earth is Code stronger than Jigen without his limiter? Do y'all remember what we were told about the karma mark, specifically the white karma mark? How it was the inferior version to the black karma mark? How is the inferior version of the whole version stronger than the actual god clan himself, Otsutsuki, right? Jigen, him. Because he wasn't just a karma bearer, he was in Otsutsuki. So Code is going to have something ridiculous when we see him fight. I don't see this panning out really well in terms of storytelling department. Sure, it's going to be a great fight scene. That's all anybody's really going to talk about. But storytelling wise, it's just going to create more questions than what they're actually going to answer, because it still doesn't make sense. Here's another question, right? Because since Code is stronger than Jigen when he takes his limiter off, Jigen's body, because he had a human body that wasn't, you know, suitable for the karma mark and suitable for Otsutsuki's, yet he was still able to possess it anyway. One of the main problems that he had when he was fighting Naruto and Sasuke was that he really couldn't go full power because his body was breaking down. His body started to deteriorate because of how much power he was outputting. Code has the inferior karma mark, the white karma mark, and he has a mortal body that we've already shown is not suitable for the karma mark, which is why his karma mark is white. I said that a lot of times, so hopefully you can, you know, keep up with that. But that leads to the question, will Code's body, now that it's stronger than Jigen, will his body be able to hold up when he goes all out? Is he even going to be able to go all out? Who knows? But that's all I got for today. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you're new, go post social, smash the subscribe button. Let me know you rock with content that I put out on the channel. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Comment on the video your thoughts about what you think is going on. Now we'll talk to you later.